Do you know, Iyengar used to say that the hardest asana was the unrolling of the mat. So, are you ready? A day should not go by without some kind of a practice in it. Not just for the body, but for the mind, for the heart, for releasing the tensions of the day, the fears that we've collected during the day, and coming back to not just neutrality, but a place of shiningness, a place of joy and hope and connection with God. So, unroll that mat, make sure you have all of the things that you might need, and let's get to it. Starting at the front of the mat in Tadasana. As we're standing here, make sure that our feet are really lined up, that the feet are broad, the toes are spread, so that we have a nice, broad, firm base. And then visualize roots growing down from the feet through the crust of the earth into the center of the earth. And from the crown of the head, visualize emanations reaching up to the sky, celestial, so that we are the link between the two. And then lifting the hands, pressing the palms together, lowering the chin. Just greeting this practice with sacredness, with humbleness. And then the eyes opening. And the hands lifting up to the sky, stretching the waist, stretching the armpits, stretching the arms, and then bending the knees, pressing the inner knees against each other, and sitting back on an imaginary chair, finding Utkatasana. And then coming down even lower, Utkatasana 2. And then back to Utkatasana 1. And back to Utkatasana 2. And Utkatasana 1. And then folding over the front thighs, fingertips to the floor, drop the head down. And with an exhalation, start to straighten the legs, finding Uttanasana. And then looking up, lifting the left leg up and stepping that left leg back to a nice wide lunge. Hands on the inside and moving forward and backwards. Greeting our legs, our groins, our hips and our breath in movement. And then resting the back knee on the ground. Coming down to the forearms. And as we release the head down with an exhale, release also the brain. Release the forehead, the temples, the jaw. Release the root of the tongue. And then coming back up and stepping to plank pose, firmness, stability. Look at your hands, spread the fingers widely. Good, and coming down to forearm plank. Keep pushing up through the legs and back up to the hands. And then lifting the right leg a little bit up off the floor, hovering here, keeping that core centrality. And then back down. And now the left leg hovering up off the floor, holding it there. And back down. Back down onto the forearms, forearm plank, push out through the legs. And back up. And lifting the right leg up a little bit. And back down. And the left leg up a little bit. And back down. Pushing yourselves back to Adho Mukha Svanasana with the heels lifted. Look at your feet and lift the heels higher. Push the front thighs back. Push yourselves away from your hands. And now stepping the left leg forward to that nice wide lunge. And then the back knee resting on the mat and down onto the forearms. And looking up, we're going to bring that back leg forward. So bringing it forward, feet together, lining the feet up, rolling the feet, dropping the head down, Uttanasana, look at your knees, grip the knees and thighs up. Don't be content to just have straight legs, but find that grippiness, that strength. And now bend the knees. And lift the arms, Utkatasana, Utkatasana 2, Utkatasana 1, Utkatasana 2, Utkatasana 1, Urdhva. And the hands coming down, and Tadasana. Turning now to face the long edge of the mat. And stepping or jumping the feet nice and widely apart, coming for Utthita Trikonasana, turning to the right hand side. Make sure your feet are lined up and there's a nice distance between the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, stretch the arms. Exhale, reach to the right, push the hips back. And then come down and place the webbing of the hand where it lands and the top arm to the sky. And back up. Grip the legs again, lift the chest. One more time, inhale. Exhale, reach to the right. And finding Trikonasana. Don't collapse. Once your hand rests on the leg, keep that firmness, the hand is light, the legs are still gripping. And back up. Last time, ready? Grip the legs, stretch the arms, inhale. And exhale, reach to the right, push the hips back, and coming down, Utthita Trikonasana. Really try to turn the abdomen up to the sky, and then to turn the chest up to the sky. And then inhaling back up, and turning the feet to the left-hand side. Check. Use your eyes to check. Grip the legs, stretch the arms, lift the chest. Inhale. And exhale, reach to the left. And place the webbing of the hand between the thumb and index finger where it lands. Stretching the top arm to the sky. Trikonasana. And back up. Grip the legs, stretch the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, and exhale, reach, and back down, Utthita Trikonasana. Firm the arms, firm the legs. And back up, re-grip the legs, re-stretch the arms, last time, inhale, exhale, reach, push the hips back. And Utthita Trikonasana without collapsing, firmness everywhere. Now turn the pubic bone to the sky, turn the abdomen to the sky, turn the chest to the sky. And then coming back up, turning the feet in, and jumping the feet together. Tadasana. Back to the front of our mats. Lift the arms up, Urdhva. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Utkatasana 2, Utkatasana 1, Utkatasana 2, Utkatasana 1. Unfurl over the front thighs. And then with an exhalation, straightening the legs, Uttanasana.
Lifting the left leg up and stepping that left leg back to a nice wide lunge, hands on the inside, and rocking forward and backwards. Now resting the back knee on the ground, moving this right foot in to the middle so it's lined up with the face, and see if you can move your back knee back a little bit. Now, right arm slips underneath the right calf, forearm on the mat, open that leg to Baddha Konasana. Here we go into Godasana. With an exhale, come down and surrender the head, the brain to the foot. And then coming back up, back to plank pose. Forearm plank. And back up. Now lifting the right leg, just a little bit. And now we're going to bring the knee in, curling, lifting the belly button to the spine. And extend back out. And a second time. And back out. Third and final time, and back out, plank, forearm plank, and plank. Left leg lifting a little bit, and curling the knee in, and back out. Curling the knee in, and back out. Third and final time, curling the knee in, and back out. Back down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Check that your hands are spread, your fingers are spread. Check that your arms are straight, shoulders feel broad. Then lower the head. Make sure the feet are lined up with your hands. Lift the heels as high as you can. And then look at your thighs and push them back. Feel firmness come to the knees. Lift your buttocks up higher. Breathing here. Keep relaxing the brain, relaxing the head. And now stepping the left leg forward to that nice wide lunge. And rocking forward and backwards. And then the back knee resting on the mat. Now move this foot to the middle of the mat and move the back knee back. More distance between the foot and the knee. And then the left forearm coming underneath. Let that left leg roll open. Hold the foot. And exhaling down. As close as you can to the arch of the foot. That humble gesture of head, brain, ego to the foot. Good, and then looking back up. Coming out, and we're going to bring that right leg back in and forward. Uttanasana. And then bending the knees, make sure to squeeze the inner knees against each other. Utkatasana 1, Utkatasana 2, Utkatasana 1, Uttanasana, and through Namaskar, and Tadasana. Alright, our next pose is going to be Parsvakonasana. If you think that you might want to block because it's hard for you to reach the floor, then grab a block and let's meet in the middle of the mat facing the long edge of the mat. From Tadasana, preparing and jump to the right. So we'll be coming into it in stages. Make sure you have a good distance. Really important in Parsvakonasana so you can get a good bend on that knee. Okay, preparing, grip the legs, stretch the arms, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale, make a square, or the best square that you can make. Now reach and place the arm on the leg and the back hand on the hip. Turn the pubic bone, turn the abdomen. And now slide this arm down, fingertips to the floor or onto your block. And again, turn. And then bring this top arm in, elbows in and extend. Keep turning. And 2. And 1. Bring the arm back in. Come back to our first stage. And then back out. And release the arms. Check your feet. Is your back foot still turned in? Has it turned out? Turn it back in. Centralize those hips. Grip the legs. Coming in for our second one. Inhale. Exhale. Make the square that you can. And then reach. Arm to the inner leg. Back hand to the hip. Press. Turn. Then slide the arm down. Fingertips to the floor or the block. Turn. And then bring that top arm in. Prepare. Inhale. And exhale. Stretch it away. That's it. Keep turning. And 3. And 2. And 1. Arm back in. Coming out through our stages. And back out. Rest the arms, hook on the hips, check your legs, re-grip, centralize the hips. Third and final one. Ready? Stretch the arms. Inhale, exhale, reach, arm onto the inner leg, back hand onto the hip, twist and turn. And then slide the arm down, twist and turn. And then elbow in, inhale, exhale, extend. Keep twisting and turning. And 2. And 1. Arm back in, back through our stages. And out. Hands on the hips, turning to the left-hand side. Centralize those hips. Okay, stretch those arms. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, make that square. Reach. And come to stage 1. On the inner leg. Back hand on the hip. Turn. Then slide the arm down. Fingers to the block or the floor. Turn. And then that top arm, elbow in, preparing, ready? Inhale, and exhale. And 2, and 1. Arm back in. Out through our stages, keep turning. And up. Hands to the hip, check. Centralize the hips. They love to kind of go to the back. Re-centralize. All right, second one. Keep the energy high. Inhale, exhale, reach, and arm to the inner knee, back hand to the hip, turn. And then slide the arm down, keep turning, and then top arm in, and exhale, extend. Great, keep extending, stretch the waist. 3, and 2, and 1, arm back in, out through our stages, and hands to the hip, take a breather, Third and final one coming up. Check your feet. Grip your legs. Centralize those hips. And stretch the arms. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. Stage one. On the leg, push it open to turn and twist more. And then slide the arm down, fingertips down, turn and twist more. And then arm in and extend. That's it. And 3 and 2. Keep twisting and turning. And 1. Arm back in. Out through our stages. And back up. Hands to the hips. Turn the feet in. Wiggle them in a little bit until you can jump the feet together. Tadasana. Turning to face the short edge of the mat. And this time the feet the width of the mat. So not small, but really the width of the mat. Turn the toes in, the heels out. Lift the arms up, hold onto the elbows. And exhale forward, finding hanging Uttanasana. Looking at your knees, looking at your thighs, pull those thighs up. Don't be lazy in the legs, grip them up. And then bend the knees slightly, place the hand on the mat, spread the fingers, spread the palms, spread the thumb away from the index finger, and jump or step the feet back. Finding Adho Mukha Svanasana with your heels lifted. Push the front thighs back. Now step the feet together. And now step the right leg forward, no lunge. We're coming to Parshvottanasana. So you want to turn the back foot out just a little bit and press the heel down. Bring the hands to the side of the feet so they're not stretched forward yet. Turn the hips to face forward as much as possible. Inhale and exhale, straighten that leg. Bend the knee again. Inhale and exhale, straighten that leg. Ready, third and final one. Bend that knee, turn the hips. Inhale and exhale, straighten the legs. And then walk the hands forward as far forward as you can. Good, then inhale, looking up, walk the hands back in and change legs. Left leg forward, right leg back. Turn your hips so they're really facing the short edge of the mat. Press your back heel to the ground. Inhale and exhale, straighten. And then bend the knee again. Inhale and exhale, straighten. Bend the knee, third and final time with your breath. Inhale. And exhale, straighten, really draw the femur bone into the hip socket and walk the hands forward, extend in all directions. And then looking up, walking the hands back. We're going to step that left leg back, finding Adho Mukha Svanasana with the feet together. You might want to walk the hands forward a little bit so there's a nice distance between the hands and the feet, but keep spreading those fingers and that thumb away from the index finger before pushing yourselves back, lowering the head. Ekapala Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the right leg up, keep the thigh rolled in as you lift it up. Go as high as you can. Now push yourselves away from your hands. That's it. and 2, and 1, lowering the leg, and to the other side, ready, lifting the left leg up, roll that leg in, roll the thigh in, and back down. Now bend both of your knees, push yourselves away from your hands, find your breath, know where you are in your breath cycle, inhale, and exhale, straighten the legs at the same time, push the front thighs back, squeeze the knees, squeeze the elbows. Again, lifting the right leg up, Ekapada, go as high as you can. And then when you go as high as you can, bend that leg and try to lift the knee up and then lift the knee open to the side. So now the hips are turning to the side, turning, turning, turning. That's it, holding that. And 3, and 2, the foot is close to the buttock, and 1, and then unfolding the leg, straightening it and bringing it back down. And now the left leg, lifting up. And when you go to the top, to the peak, bend that knee and turn, open to the left, lift the knee up higher, opening the hips. That's it. Good. And 2. And 1. And then unfold the leg to straightness and bringing it down. Now bend both of your knees, re-stretch the arms, inhale, and exhale, straighten the legs at the same time. Relax the neck and head. So a third and final variation of this coming up. Go ahead and lift that right leg up. And then bend the leg, open the knee to the side. That's it, open, 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 open. And now we're going to bring that leg over and lift the right arm up. Kind of a half back bend thing. That's it. Extend. And 2. And 1. Bringing the arm back in. Lifting the leg up. Straightening it. And bringing it down. Ready? Last side on the left hand side. Lift the left leg up. Ekapada. Bend the leg. Open the hips. Preparing to bring the leg over behind us across. The left arm lifts, reaching back. And then back in, lifting the leg and straightening it, bringing it back down. Push yourselves away from your hands. One last time. And then bending the knees and coming down onto the mat. Vajrasana. Place the backs of the hands on the thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Take a deep inhale. A deep exhale. Move the shoulders down. Relax the face. And it's now time to come and lie down on our backs for a Parivrita Supta Parameshasana. So grab your straps and let's meet on our backs on the mat. So make sure you have a loop in your strap, and we want the loop to be a little bit bigger than normally today because we want to actually hold the loop. Okay, so like so, of course depends on your flexibility. And then the feet together, make sure you're in the middle of the mat, not skirting around. And then let's bend that right knee and place the loop on the foot, on the arch of the foot, and hold your loop. Now, if when you straighten the leg you can't hold the loop, you've got to make the loop wider. And if you feel that you can make it shorter, then make it shorter. Of course, strive always to be at your edge, at your maximum edge. Draw the leg closer and closer. That's it. Now pull the toes down towards you and lengthen that back of the heel. Grip the legs, roll this left thigh in. Good, and back up. And now for lateral, Bring the leg down to the side. See if you can bring your foot in line with your shoulder as high as possible. Don't have the foot below the hip line. We're going to go above the hip. Grip the leg muscles. Too often people are doing yoga, they're just so happy to feel the stretch. I need you to feel the strength first, from which the stretch will be healthier. So grip the muscles around the leg bones, pull the toes back, activate everything. Stretch the left arm to the side. And then bring that leg back up. And now for our Parivrita Trikonasana. So left hand holds the loop. Straighten the legs. The legs love to bend here. They think, oh, it's bent. No, no. You need to be stronger than that. Straighten. All right, pull the leg towards you and over. Towards you and over, towards you and over. And stretch that right arm to the side. Yes, we can feel it, but it's a healthy opening. So just keep breathing your way through that pain. That's right, keep following the exhale. It's making a path for you through the pain. Good, and then bringing the leg back up, and let's release. And of course, we are going to change sides. But first, we're just checking that we're in the middle, that our legs haven't thought they're in the middle, gone off to one side or the other. We want to refine that straightness. And then the left leg coming up, and a little loop on the arch of the foot. And with an exhale, straighten that leg. Grip the legs. Roll this thigh in. See if you can bring the leg closer, closer, closer. Pull those toes down. Try to pull these toes down so that the back of the calf, the back of the heel, the Achilles tendon is really stretching open. Good, and then back up. And to the side. Remember to keep the legs gripped. There's that tendency to just kind of chillax. Oh, I'm there and I can feel the stretch. No, grip those legs. The muscles have to grip and wrap. You have to wrap around the bone and densify the bone. And then bring the leg back up, and the moment we will be waiting for, Parivrita, our twistingness. So change hands and check on the legs. They know what's coming, so they bend. Grip them, straighten them, push up through the feet. Aim for excellence. And bring the leg across. That's it. Now we come into the pain zone. Be sharp in the pain. Don't let it make you all soft and weak. Let the pain sharpen you. Turn to the left, twisting away from that leg. And reconnecting with that exhale as the most powerful tool to carve away through the stiffness. Beautiful. Let's bring that leg back up. Oh, you have to admit that it feels fantastic. And then releasing. And now bringing both knees towards the chest. Interlocking our fingers. Dvipada Supta Bhavutasa. Just make sure your inner feet and your inner knees are lined up. And the abdomen relaxing, the shoulders relaxing. We're just receiving the beauty of this pose. And now the feet to the floor. All right, we've got one more hip opener. We'll just move this strap out of the way. Okay, so we're now lifting the right leg up and the outer right ankle on that left knee. Rolling this leg open and bringing the leg up and interlocking our fingers behind the back of the knee. Now use your elbow to move this leg open. That's it, as much as you can. Move it open. Bring the left leg closer. All right, now keeping the legs as they are, we're moving the arms, the hands underneath the calf, turning the palms to the sky, lifting up so that really our inner elbows are finding the outer shin. And then from there, we bend the arms and the left arm, the hand closest to the foot and the knee, has to have a little more weight than the right. So we don't want a right knee to come too much closer than the foot. So use the left arm to pull more so that the shin stays parallel. And then straighten that left leg to the sky. And then slowly lowering that left leg down with control. Keep it rolled in, lowering it down. That's it, keep that left arm firm. The closer the foot gets to the floor, the more intense the pose gets. Stay with it. That's it. And 2. And 1. Beautiful. And releasing. So healthy to release our hips, our lower back, our sacroiliacs. All right, ready? The next side. Left leg lifting, outer ankle to the leg. Roll this leg open. And then lift the leg up, interlock the fingers behind the back of the knee, and the left elbow finds its purpose, pushing that leg open as we bring the right leg closer. And now the arms are going to move. Ready? So we're bringing our arms underneath the calf, palm facing the sky. Lifting ourselves up and reaching to be sure that the inner elbows are behind the calf on the outer shin. And then we bend the arms towards us and we lay the head back down. The right arm has to be stronger than the left so that the shin stays parallel. Now straighten that right leg to the sky. And now let's slowly begin to lower that leg down with control. Slowly down, slowly down. That's it. And we can feel the intensity increasing. Good. Keep breathing through that. The exhale, remember the exhale is the tool of release. Good, and releasing that back down to the ground. And then rolling over and pushing ourselves back up. Feeling a nice world of difference there. All right, soon over, just a few forward bends, and then we'll be resting with our legs up against the wall. So I would like you to grab 2 blankets, and if you know that you're super stiff and you can't reach your feet, you're going to want to use your strap. And if you're super flexy, then you might want to have a block to increase the length of your legs. So 2 blankets and either a strap or a block, being back on the mat. Placing your blankets like this, okay? Buttock's going to be on one and the folded leg Janu Shirshasana will be on the other. So sitting. Left leg straight in front and right leg folded, and then bring this blanket back so that your leg is coming back, heel to the groin. Okay, control in this leg, don't let it flop open. Knee to the sky, pull the toes back. If you're very flexible, you can increase the length of your legs, otherwise you can use your strap to hook around the foot, or just use your foot, either way. Okay, so here we go. We are walking the hands forward, Keep this leg rolling back, anchoring, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Keep that firmness in the left leg. It's very common for everyone to get completely relaxed everywhere, including the left leg. That left leg wants to stay firm, the muscles gripping around it. And that right leg wants to keep rolling back. And then coming back out by walking our hands back out and then changing legs. So right leg extending and the left leg bending and the outer leg supported by the blanket. Deciding which prop, if any, you're going to be using. And then firming this leg, so making sure it's not rolling open. And then walking the hands down, down, down. And reaching Janu Shirshasana. The hands on your foot or the block are pulling. And if the elbows are bending, they're not bending down to the ground, they're bending to the side for broadness. And then looking back up, and the hands walking back, and releasing. Okay, now we're just going to use one blanket underneath our buttocks, and you may still want the block, or you may still want the strap, depending on you. Both buttocks on that one blanket. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Coming for Manichasana one action, keep this leg firm. I'm going to use the block, arms on the inside, walking the hands forward and reaching. Pull the head of that femur bone into the hip socket and come forward and down. Manichasana. And then looking up, walking the hands back out and changing sides. Make sure this foot is in line with your hip and facing forward. And just take a moment to note how the energy has shifted since we started our forward bends. They really are wonderful poses to help us turn inwards, to pacify, to get really quiet and calm. But don't let this leg get lazy and over-passive with that energy. Okay, ready? Hands walking down, reaching, and pulling. Grip the quadriceps. Push out through the foot. Keep firmness in that right leg. And then back out. And now both legs. Let's see, we can get better off like that.
Widen the buttocks apart. Firm these legs. Grip the muscles around them. Walking the hands down. And of course either your strap or your block or your feet. Pulling and pushing at the same time. Paschimottanasana. Slowly, gently, making our way back out. And now let's widen the legs apart. Upavishta Konasana. And let's take a block, back block, and place it, since we have it here, against the pubic bone to keep the pubic bone perpendicular so it doesn't drop forward as we come forward. Fan the legs, pull the pubic bone in with the block to keep the pubic bone perpendicular and making your way forward. Yoga Mudrasana, Upavishta Konasana. And then coming back out. And finally, last forward bend of the day, Baddha Konasana. So if you're really opening your hips, you could bring more broadness to the groin by placing the brick between the feet, or not, choosing what's right for you. And as we come down, remember the inner groin is rolling to the backwards. You might want to use your hands. Just turn the thighs in the right direction. Keep your pubic bone perpendicular, like in our Upavishta Konasana. And coming forward, Yoga Mudrasana. And then gently making our way back out. That feels so wonderful. And it's now time to rest. And we're going to rest with our legs up against the wall so we get a little benefit of an inversion as well. So let's bring our mats to the wall. And let's take our blankets and we'll one of them and place it here. And if you think that your feet are going to slide apart, they do for some people, you might want to have a strap. You can just put it around the feet since we have the strap out. And let's come in sideways, so we're getting really close to the wall and laying down, really close to the wall, and then legs up. And let's just put the strap on here, so around the outer feet. Not too tight so that the legs can roll open. So we want our legs and our feet to completely relax. And then roll the shoulders back and extend the arms.
Just make sure that everything in the back body feels even, so that the hips feel even on the blanket, the shoulder blades feel evenly placed, even pressure, and that you're lying as much as possible right in the middle of the back of the skull, which is harder than one thinks, because we've all got a favourite side when we sleep. Okay, so having placed all of that, exhale, the eyelids closing, and the eyeballs sinking backwards to the back of the skull. And resting here. Slowly, just wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, until we feel able to slide the feet down the wall by bending the knees. And then pushing ourselves off the blanket. And rolling over to the right. Pushing ourselves up. And re-emerging, refreshed and new. Just taking a little precious few seconds for loving kindness meditation. Just sending out any extra energy, light, love to all sentient beings in all universes. And if there's anyone in particular who needs a burst of light and love, you can bring them into your mind's eye, your heart, and send that to them too. Hand on heart. Loka Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then, when that feels ready, you can just open the eyes back up. And we've given back important, keeping that energy coming in and flowing out. Let me know how this practice was for you, and hope to see you again soon on the mat. Take good care. Namaste.